Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector. So we all know that the sun is setting on the Nintendo Switch, and we're gonna start to see the Switch 2, or talks about the Switch 2, and we'll start to see what this new console looks like. And it won't be long before the Switch gets to this point in collecting where people are going to start wanting to snatch up any and all games that they think might be extremely valuable in the future. A lot of people have already invested a lot of money into building their Switch collections, and in my opinion, I think a lot of people might be disappointed with some of what they have because there is a lot of fluff in the Switch. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton of heavy hitters on the Switch. Because the Switch isn't like the Wii, where the Wii was mostly like shovelware and, you know, just games that weren't really fun. There's a lot of good stuff on the Switch, but I could easily see where folks are going to try to start to get their hands on stuff that they think will shoot up. I wound up selling 80% of my Switch collection, maybe even 85% of my Switch collection, and almost all of my special editions. But I did keep some special edition games in my Switch collection. I've only got about 75 games in my Switch collection, and maybe 15 of those are special editions. I'm going to show you 6 of the special edition Switch games that I kept in my collection because I saw a good amount of value in these games and because they appeal to me. And we're going to start off with the Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha series. So this is a collection of some pretty awesome shooters on the Nintendo Switch. I had the loose cart copy of these as well, so I kept my special edition sealed. But I'm probably going to be opening these up here really soon to get to the CDs that came with it. Anyone who's watched the channel, you know that one of the things I love the most about shoot 'em ups is the music. Shoot 'em ups have some of the best video game music, and if you've ever watched any of my like more edited videos, a lot of the music that you hear is music that comes from games like Ray Storm, Ray Crisis, Battle Gorega, a number of shoot 'em ups. So with this one here, with Alpha, you do get Strikers 1945 and 1945-2, as well as Strikers 1945-3. So 3 well-balanced top-down shoot 'em ups, along with Dragon Blaze, which in my opinion, Dragon Blaze plays a lot like Gunbird, only you're flying on dragons as opposed to, like, I guess, like airships. Soul Divide, which is an okay game. I actually had the original version of that game on the PlayStation 1. I think that's where that game was originally on, PS1. But I think I wound up selling it. I can't remember if it was PS1. Someone let me know down in the comments which was the original console for Soul Divide. I think it was PS1. And then Zero Gunner 2. I don't know if that game was ever released in the States, but that's a game that I haven't really played much, or if I don't know if I've ever played it ever. But I know Strikers 1945, I've definitely played that in the arcades for sure, and at home, because I did have Strikers 1945 on the PlayStation 1. So Shooting Stars Alpha is definitely a great collector's edition. I do think that you get some really cool stuff in this packet. The artwork is great. Obviously getting a manual is great, but those CDs are amazing. And I think that's really the thing for me. I'm a huge fan of shoot 'em ups, so that's why I think there's a ton of value in the CKO Shooting Stars Alpha. When you look at CKO Shooting Stars Bravo, obviously we've got the same concept here, right? Another collection of pretty amazing shoot 'em ups. And again, you're getting even more music, right? More artwork. But I want to say that Bravo, in my opinion, and I might be a little biased, to me Bravo might be a little bit better than Alpha, primarily because you get Gunbird and Gunbird 2, 2 amazing top-down shoot 'em ups by Capcom. I love those. Gun Barrage, I've never really played that, so I'm not sure how good that is. Tengai, I think I played that a little bit. Samurai Aces, not so much. And then this last one here that they have, I don't even know what that one is. But Gunbird and Gunbird 2 are 2 shoot 'em ups that I'm a huge fan of, so definitely recommend you checking that out. And even if you look at some of this footage, I mean, some really, really awesome top-down and side-scrolling shoot 'em up action. So if you're a fan of the shoot 'em up series and you have a Nintendo Switch, there's a ton of great shoot 'em up games that you can get on the Switch, but I definitely recommend checking out those 2 collections. Those are also available on the PlayStation 1 as well, so I don't want you to think for a second that those are like Nintendo Switch exclusives or anything. Next up, we have here a copy of Gris, or Gris, however you want to say it, for the Switch. Now, this is a very, very interesting game. I remember when my daughter was born a number of years back. I remember this was one of the first games I beat on the Switch, and I was home. Her mom was home. We were both home on paternity leave. It was the winter, so there really wasn't a lot we wanted to do outside because it was really cold. And I just remember staying in and playing this game, and this game is so stinking peaceful. Like, it's a great game to play before you go to bed. There's something so calming about it. The music, and it's so opposite of everything that I love, because I'm into my beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, run and gun shooters. But this is just a very calm, colorful, artful game. Really great game. I definitely recommend you check it out. And it is like based on art, right? It's a game that's based on art, so all of the artwork that you get with the special edition is like top tier. I mean, just look at the case that it comes in. It's just beautiful. So I'm into art, and I think that this is a great game if you are into art as well. That's one I would check out. Here's another special edition that I kept. This is Mother Russia Bleeds on the Nintendo Switch. This is basically a beat 'em up. Very low number of these printed, right? So I think only 3,500 of these were printed, but I think that it's a fun game. If you like beat 'em ups, that's definitely one that I would recommend checking out. Next one that I kept here was a copy of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. If you're a fan of that like 8-bit style action platforming game, if you want to play something that reminds you of Castlevania but has a modern edge to it, then definitely check this one out. I think you'll appreciate Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. A lot of people think that a lot of people thought that it wasn't as good as part 1. I'm not sure where the general public stands on that now, but this is definitely one that I would recommend checking out. Of course, Bloodstained. And then the last two that I have here, this one I can't talk enough about, and this one is The Messenger. This is like an interesting take on the whole Ninja Gaiden series. But I want to say in some ways this feels and plays more like Shadow of the Ninja, but just with way more aspects to it. This is probably one of the best 8-bit style, like 2D platform games on the Switch. I definitely know it's one of the most expensive for sure. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure if it is. I know at one point this game was definitely pushing like $250 or so. I'm not sure where The Messenger stands now, but this is definitely one that, before this game goes crazy, and I already know this game is gonna go crazy because, like I said, this is a $200 to $250 game right now, and the Switch hasn't even gone retro yet. It hasn't even, it's still in circulation. Once the Switch hits that retro sweet spot, The Messenger is going to be one of those games that goes through the roof. Between inflation and time, I could easily see one day this being like $1,000 game. If you want to try and add it to your collection, I definitely recommend it. It's a fun game though. I've definitely taken this out and played it a bunch. I haven't beaten this one. I've beaten a few of these other ones here, but I have not beaten The Messenger yet. But there's just everything about this game is really cool. One of my favorite things is going into this shop right here, because as you can see, like those tiles, they light up as you walk across the room. I don't know, just simple things like that to me are dope. Like I just really like the detail that they put into like the background and the scenery, the colors. Like it's just a really, really cool game. So definitely recommend you checking that one out. And then last but not least, we got here, this is a big boy, but that is the Aleste collection. So this is like a collection of all the Aleste games, which are basically a collection of top-down shoot-'em-up games. This is a special edition that I kept because of what came inside. You get a lot of goodies in this box, and this box is like destroyed. I was really mad when I got this box because this box actually came in this condition. I was really annoyed. But you get so much in this box. Not only do you get like a bunch of games, and I can't read this writing here. It is an import. I think the game does come with the option for like English subtitles, or you can change the language to English once you get the game in. But the really cool thing about this was that it does come with a Game Gear Micro inside, and it comes with like a screen adapter to like supersize or amplify the screen. And this is a fully functional Game Gear Micro, so this is like so sick. And eventually I am gonna open this up, and I'm just gonna like pull this out one day. I'm just gonna walk around a game convention just like playing this thing, because I know that they have the Game Gear Micros in a number of other colors. You could probably go online or Amazon or eBay and get a Game Gear Micro. I'm not sure how many of them come with like the screen amplifier or the Sega Big Window as it's called, but I thought that this was just really cool, the fact that it comes with this. And then again, it's a shoot 'em up, right? I'm a huge fan of shoot 'em up games, and I think that these are just some really cool special editions to get if you don't have any special editions, or if you're thinking about getting some special editions for the Switch. So that pretty much does it with that. The last thing that I'll leave you all off with is you know, just it's going to be a new week here, and I just kind of want to switch gears and just talk a little bit about content creation. Content creation is definitely has drawn a lot of interest for a lot of people, and a lot of people are thinking about getting into it. And I'll just say that if you are interested in creating content, and if it's something that you're thinking about doing, do not wait until you don't have any other options but to start creating content. Start a channel, get into it, figure out what you're passionate about, and start making videos and put them out online, and start getting into it, so that if it does eventually become something that you want to do full time, or if it is something that you decide, you know, I'm going to try this because I want to try and make money here doing this, you'll be able to give yourself free classes on how to, you know, engage, how to create content, how to build an audience, and things like that, because there's definitely ways that you could get started. So don't wait until content creation is something you feel like you have to do. If you've been interested in starting a channel, go ahead and start it. Don't be afraid. Jump out, try it, because, you know, there's so many people in the world, and there's always going to be someone who's interested in what you have to say. And as long as you're pushing out positivity, you know, you're sharing genuine and authentic thoughts, I think it will resonate with people. So that does it for me. It's the Y2K Collector. Hopefully you all have a great week, and I will catch you tomorrow. Take it easy.